Rebel Without a Crew is very inspirational because, and so same with the other book is because I'm not looking to make films the other way. I'm not looking to get hired from Universal to do some, $100 million film. Most of my influences come from the independents, and that's kind of the direction I want to go.
Awesome. I think there's a lot of people that are like that, especially in the horror field, because there's just such a very passionate crowd.
And not only that, I think it's really proven that once, for some reason, horror, once you put a huge budget to it, it ceases to be a great horror film. It's very rare when a horror film has a huge budget and a huge studio backing it that it's going to really feel like a real horror film. I mean, horror is not meant to be polished. I mean, it's almost like a punk band that is being released by, some huge label. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I understand. How did you find your actors and actresses for the movie? Were there any? Did you go through Craigslist? Did you have friends that you known that had acted in other movies before, or did you have a casting call?
Well, I did. I didn't do the Craigslist thing. I did approach a lot of friends that were actors, and we did do cast interviews. And my one friend I knew was going to be play the role of Stash because he's done other. Well, actually, both actors did work with me in the past. When I did my first book, Monster Museum, I started a stage show that was kind of a cross between like a horror host show and what do they call kind of blanking right now, but what are those shows called where they would do stage shows and people would come and watch, and it also often had to do with magic, and then sometimes they would show a movie, but they would also have people up on stage.
I'm drawing a blank too. I could have told you before you asked me.
I used to study this stuff. I read books on this.
Yeah, I could have told you before you asked me.
Ridiculous. It's what happens when you drink the night before.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point was, I had done some stage work with these guys before where the one guy played a mummy and the other guy played a werewolf. And the guy who played the mummy I knew was going to play Stash. He was perfect. But the guy who was going to play the werewolf, the guy who played the werewolf, came as kind of a surprise. I was going to have him play a different role because he just didn't have the look that I was looking for to be the hunchback redneck ghoul. But when the two of them came in, he came in actually to read the part for the graveyard attendant. And and I was like, well, while you're here, why don't you read the part of as well? And when the two of them worked together, the chemistry was just amazing. And I said, okay, you have to play Hub. We'll figure out how to make you look, dumpier and heavier and more hunchback, because he was a short guy, but he was just very stout, not fat, but just thin and built. I just didn't think it was going to work, but we ended up making this hunchback suit made out of foam, with a fake belly, and even had a belly button. And once he put that on, and in his overalls, he just kind of, a big inspiration for this character was the guy in Del Morte Del More, Nagi, who was a graveyard attendant there. So he just kind of transformed into that character.
If people want to come check out your stuff, do you have a website or any MySpace page or anything like that they can get onto in order to purchase your DVD or even your artwork, t-shirts, anything like that?
Come to madcreator.com and you can buy all of my books, t-shirts, and the movies.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations on the making of the film, and hopefully we'll see more great things from you in the future.